Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Diana Lockett. I'm a realignment coach and a yoga instructor. Realignment coaching is a life coaching practice and methodology that helps one to realign mind, body, and spirit so we can come into the fullness, the joy, the potential, and the love and the light that we all are. And I bring this coaching into individual practice, individual coaching, as well as into business coaching so that we can come back to a place where we can feel nourished and whole and complete and be open and receptive to all that life has to offer. And yesterday I was listening to an interview by Zach Bush. You can Google Zach Bush. He's an incredible scientist, a doctor, advocate for health and wellness in the world. And it starts with our gut and with our planet. And Zach Bush was talking about how in everything is interwoven with the fabric of beauty. And that when we can see the beauty in it all, we have moments where we can open up to love. So the way that he described it is, our purpose here is not to go right to love in the moment. Our purpose is to go to beauty in the moment and trust that when we open to see beauty within us and around us, we are opening ourselves to love. And I really think our practice, your yoga practice, is a great opportunity to be able to see and feel and experience love through the experience of beauty. By seeing beauty in your body's ability to move, whatever those movements look like, make it an opportunity, a felt sense opportunity to feel the beauty, to feel beauty in your breath, to feel beauty in the pauses and the moments in between your breath. And when we can open up to see beauty, we recognize that there's a sense of regeneration and possibility that's available to us all the time. So I have this beautiful opportunity today to practice outside with you. My glasses will come off in a moment. Right now, if I took them off, the sun would be in my eyes. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and imagine you are in the most beautiful place that nourishes you. And then take the experience of that nourishing feeling and bring it into your next breath, so that you begin to experience that beauty is within you and around you, no matter where you are. Beauty is abundant in our planet. It's abundant in each other. It's abundant in the beautiful song of the birds. It's abundant in the first breath of a baby. And it's equally abundant in the final breath of those that are dying. When we open and are willing to see beauty, we can see it everywhere. So take a few deep breaths. Notice the breath itself. Notice the space between your breath. Notice where the breath fills your body. And the abundance of your breath itself is pure beauty. In Sanskrit, we call it Shri. And please place your hands at your heart center and bow to your heart. And invite your practice today to be an opportunity to remember the beauty that is you. We have an expression in my tantric philosophy that I teach, that the universe could not see itself, so it embodies itself as you so that it could see the beauty of the world. So it could see itself through you and as you. So as you move through your practice, remember that you are this beautiful embodied expression of grace, of light, and of love. This is a Yang Yin practice, so we will do half of it as standing, strengthening poses, and half of it as deep, long hold stretches. Can you find beauty in all of your experience today? Please take a final breath in this seated posture. Exhale, part your lips. Transition to your hands and knees, tabletop position. You might want to have 2 blocks, a couple of stacked books, some cushions or pillows for your practice today. Toes are curled under, fingers are spread wide. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze and your sitting bones. Exhale, curl your chin to your chest, come into a deep cat stretch. So you're pushing into your arms, into the ground, feeling your back body expand. Inhale, drop your belly, lengthen your gaze up, and exhale, curl in. Perhaps close your eyes and just follow the pathway of your breath for 3 more cycles of cat-cow breathing. One more time. Your breath now travels through your nostrils, in and out, toning the back of your throat, giving an audible quality to your breath. Come into a neutral spine. Inhale. Squeeze your belly up and in, and exhale, send your hips up into an inverted V, downward dog, and pedal through your heels. Anchor your index finger and your thumb strongly into your mat so you feel the inside of your hands heavier than the outside of your hands. Now slow down to half pace. Slow it down. Slow down your heels. Be willing to move into the tension and the tightness, and can you see beauty even in that experience? Inhale, find stillness for a breath. Exhale. Inhale, tiptoe to the top of your mat. Take your time. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale your fingers to your shin bones and lengthen your spine. Please keep a micro bend or a deeper bend into your knees. Pull your low belly in, shoulders up. Exhale, soft melting forward from your low back waist. Inhale, soft knees, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale your hands to your heart and alongside your waist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Let the beauty of your heart shine forward. Exhale, fold. Step back into a downward facing dog. Squeeze your index finger and your thumb. Inhale, come forward into high plank. Now, if you are landing with your shoulders over your wrist creases and you feel like you've got a nice long line in your spine, stay here. If you feel that your hips are higher, walk your feet back slightly. Now draw your low belly in, squeeze your inner upper thighs towards the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, set your hips up and back into downward dog. You might find a little more expansion in your downward dog now. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, back into dog. Your core is beginning to warm up. Inhale, forward, hugging your belly button towards your spine. Exhale and back. Inhale, float your right leg up. Exhale, pull your right knee to your belly, and you're going to move into a high plank position. You can drop your left knee to the ground at any time. Inhale, extend your right leg back. Exhale, right knee to belly. Roll into your high plank. 1 more time. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, right knee to belly. Look to the top of your mat. Step your right foot forward and drop your left knee. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Lift your back knee off the ground and bow your torso forward. Breathe in and out. 1 more breath. Inhale, release just your left fingertips to the ground and extend your right fingers up to the sky, to your ceiling. Send your right hip back, but squeeze your right knee to the center. Breathe in. and out. One more breath. Inhale, return your right hand to the ground. Step your left foot to the top of your mat and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, soft knees, reach your arms up. Exhale your hands to your heart and alongside your waist. Squeeze your shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into a downward facing dog. See if you can reset your downward dog in a lengthened dog. So as you rock forward into high plank on your in-breath, you feel that you've created as much space and length as you can while feeling strong and stable. Exhale, sit your hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, forward, high plank. Breathe your low belly in. Exhale, back into dog. Once more, inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, into your dog. Inhale, left leg extends up behind you. Exhale, tone your belly, squeeze your left knee in towards your belly. Come forward into a plank. You can drop your right knee. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to belly. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to belly. Look forward and float your left foot in between your hands. Drop your right knee. Inhale, reach your arms alongside you. Interlace your hands behind your back. Squeeze your shoulders. And exhale, lift your back knee off the ground. So that's optional. You can keep your back knee on the ground. Your radar is, or your GPS is, can you feel your breath and the beauty of this moment? And if not, then what is your body longing for to be able to express and experience that? So it might be knee to the ground is where your beauty gets to shine the brightest. Inhale, return your right hand to the ground, lift your left arm up, gaze towards your left fingertips. Left hip hugs back, right hip hugs forward. Breathe in and out. Inhale, return your left hand to the ground. Step your right foot to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, soft knees, reach up, stretch tall. Exhale your hands to your heart center and alongside your waist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, top of a push-up, high plank. Breathe in. Exhale, drop your knees, squeeze your elbows alongside you, lower down towards the earth. Chaturanga. Inhale, push into the tops of your feet. Lift your shoulders up. Breathe your belly in and lift your heart just a few inches off the ground maybe. Hold here as you exhale. Inhale. And exhale, curl over your toes, move through table, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And out. Inhale, float your right leg up. Exhale, right knee to belly, high plank. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to belly, same thing. Squeeze your core. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to belly, look forward and slip your right foot between your hands. Inhale, reach your arms behind you, interlace your hands. Squeeze your shoulders and now lift your torso. Fingers are lengthening towards the ground, heart is open. Breathe in. Again, you can drop your left knee, breathe out. One more breath. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, full crescent lunge. Soften into your front knee so your knee is landing right over your ankle. Breathe in and out. Inhale, hands to your heart center. Lean forward and hook your left elbow across your right knee. Once more, left knee can reach to the ground. Find a crescent lunge twist. Breathe. 3 more breaths. Inhale, return your hands to frame your front foot. Exhale, step back into high plank. Breathe. Your knees can stay up or drop them to the ground. Slide forward, inhale. Exhale, squeeze your elbows lower down nice and slow. To push into the tops of your feet, either cobra As you did before, upward dog, hips and thighs come off the ground. Exhale, curl over your toes, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. Exhale, pull your left knee to your belly, high plank. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, rock forward into plank, knee to core. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to belly, rock forward, breathe in. Exhale, soften your left foot between your hands. Inhale your arms alongside your torso. Interlace your hands perhaps with the opposite grip, so you're moving into the least comfortable position. And then see if you can lift your heart. So you have an opportunity then, as you move into what's least comfortable or typical for you, to see if you can find beauty in it all. In the wobbliness, in the messiness, and in the discomfort. Inhale, reach your arms up. Lift your heart. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lean forward. Hook your right elbow across your left knee. And find 5 breaths. See if you can anchor through your inner lining of your left foot so your big toe mound is heavy. And your back heel is over your toes if your knee is lifted. Feel your breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale, return your hands to frame your foot, and exhale, step back into high plank, top of a push-up. Breathe in, slide forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, find your version of your back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Chin is humble, gaze is forward, heart shines away for your gaze. Instead of lifting your head up, top of your head is lengthening, the crown to the sky. Exhale, lift up and back into downward facing dog. Find 3 deep breaths. Inhale, extend your right leg up behind you. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands and drop your left heel, left toes point to the long edge of your mat. Front heel to back arch alignment. Inhale your front forearm to your front thigh. For a moment, opposite hand is on your waist. Lean forward. Notice the beauty that comes as you blossom through your buttocks and your inner left thigh stretches back. It creates a spaciousness in your back, especially if you have tension in your low back or pain. This is beauty. Moving into releasing tension. And now squeeze your left glute into your body, but keep your left thigh where it is. Begin to open up through your belly, your heart, your torso, your shoulders. Inhale, reach your left arm overhead. I need to keep my eyes closed as the sun is beaming strongly onto me in this beautiful spring day. For those of you watching from afar, I'm in the Greater Toronto area in Canada. And spring is in full bloom. Inhale, keep your legs as they are. Extend your arms to the front and the back of your mat. You're windmilling into warrior 2. Exhale, drop your backhand, flip your front arm, reach up and over. Stretch through your side waist. Holding your front knee lunge. One more breath. Inhale, return to warrior 2. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Reach forward with your right fingertips. Perhaps your block or your books will be handy here. Lengthen your right fingertips towards your block or your books and extend your left arm up to the sky. So avoid sinking your weight down. Instead, think of lengthening the earth, your fingers away from the earth. So your right side waist is extending. Your left fingers stacked over your right fingers. And breath is moving nice and gently through you. Beautiful. Inhale, gaze down, come all the way up to stand. Turn your right toes to face the same direction as your left toes. Interlace your hands behind your back and squeeze your shoulders. Exhale with soft knees, bow to the earth, forward fold. Fingers are stretching up to the sky now. Your knees can be as soft as they need to be to release tension in your hamstrings, to feel a nice juicy stretch perhaps into your low back. Keep your core strong so your belly is expanding into your back body. One more breath. Inhale, release your fingers, reach for your block, place it to the outside of your left foot or behind your left heel, hands to your waist, soft knees, and inhale, come all the way up to stand. Beautiful. Turn your left toes to face the short edge of your mat. Drop your left forearm to your left thigh, right hand to your waist. Lean forward for a moment. Draw your right thigh back. Inhale, pull your left glute into your body. Start to open up. Your left belly starts to reveal itself. Your left rib cage. Your energetic and your physical heart opens up. Inhale, arm up to the sky and then overhead, so you're lengthening from your pelvis down through the outer edge of your right foot and all the way up through your right fingertips. Feel your breath. Inhale. Feel the beauty of this moment as you're anchored, strong, and expanding at the same time. Beautiful. Inhale into Warrior Two, holding your lunge, arms reach to the front and to the back. Exhale, back hand drops, front arm flips, reach up and over, and you're gonna hold here for a few breaths. Inhale back into Warrior Two. Straighten your front leg. Reach forward nice and slow with your left fingertips. Right hip sends out and back. Fingers find your blocks or the ground. Right arm up to the sky. And you anchor through your big toe mound of your left foot and the outer edge of your right foot. So right thigh is still stretching back. Left glute is squeezing into your body. And then from that stability and strength, you get to grow, breathe. Beautiful. One more breath. Inhale, gaze down. Right hand to your waist. Come all the way up to stand. Good. Turn both sets of toes forward. Turn your heels in, toes in, and heels in once more. Sit down into a squat position, Malasana. So if your feet are too wide, you just bring them a little closer. If your heels still don't touch the ground, you can either go wider or you can roll up your mat. Lift your hips slightly away from the ground so you're not sinking into your full flexibility, but you're using some strength. And now breathe. Feel your elbows squeeze against your thighs squeeze back against your elbows, finding stability and strength, lifting your heart. More deep breath in. And exhale your hands to your mat. Walk your knees to your mat. Roll your mat up as many times as you feel you need to create a cushion for your knees. And then walk your knees wider than your hips and your heels wider than your knees. Toes are flexed up towards your knees. So this is frog pose. It's your first in posture. Breathe in and exhale. Option to stay on your hands. If this is enough, and you slowly send your hips back. Perhaps your elbows are to a block or to the ground. So for these particular poses, we're holding in this practice for about 15 breaths. Normally it would be about 2 minutes in a full hour class, but this is going to be modified. So you have an opportunity here to go really deep into the breath and feel how beauty is accessible to you even in the moments of tension and tightness when you find your breath. If you need to go a little deeper, you can widen your knees and imagine squeezing a block between your knees. That's going to help to create a little bit more muscle tension, and then you breathe and soften into the tension. You'll likely feel this in your inner groins or inner thighs, your adductor muscles. Some people might be able to relax completely to the earth. But before you go into your full flexibility, find a little bit of muscle engagement. So you squeeze in towards the midline. Then you get to soften deeper so that you're not moving only into flexibility. Even though this is a yin portion of the class, we are getting to stretch all of the structures of your body. Please do so with awareness that moving only into flexibility without a little bit of muscle engagement is not good for your connective tissue. So 10 more breaths. And you get to decide Are you moving away from the tension? Or can you move towards the tension and breathe and see beauty in both of those realities? Four more breaths. Good. Inhale, walk yourself up to your hands. Pull your feet in towards each other, lift your knees, and then drop your knees onto your mat, hips to heels, unroll your mat. Good. And just notice how your inner groins are feeling, and then we'll move into your outer hips. So pull your right knee towards your right wrist and roll onto your right hip. Then use your hands to bring your right shin to place it parallel to the top edge of your mat, and your left knee is in line with your hip, left heel just wider than your knee, both sets of toes flexed. Square your torso over your front shin, breathe in, lengthen your spine. And now exhale and melt towards the earth. So melting to the earth might be staying on tented fingers. It might be allowing your torso to melt over your shin. And if you need to feel a little more energy or tension in your right hip, you may place your elbows around the sole of your foot and your knee and squeeze into the midline. Perhaps your torso melts right to the ground. Find your breath. You can also walk your shin higher so it's beyond parallel, and that goes a little bit deeper. Breathe in and breathe out. When you believe that life is regenerating and adaptive, and beauty is expressed and experienced in those moments, you have an opportunity here to move into your body to create that experience of adaptability. So you move into the tension, you create tension, you breathe into tension. This is what yoga does. And then we soften into the tension to release it. 5 more breaths. Inhale, walk yourself up onto your hands and step your right leg back to meet your left leg in a tabletop position. And if you want to just move your tail from side to side, maybe hips to heels, maybe making little circles or figure eights with your torso and with your hips, go ahead. And then find stillness. Place your left knee alongside your left wrist. Roll onto your hip. Slide your left shin parallel to the top edge of your mat, toes flexed, opposite knee in line with your hips, heel wider, deer pose. Square your torso over your front shin, inhale. Exhale, melt forward. And melting is going to be a relative experience. Don't feel like you have to go to the ground, especially if it makes your hips lift off the ground. Or if you're moving into full flexibility, like this is so accessible and easy for you, my encouragement then will be to walk your shin forward, so you're on a diagonal with your shin, and then place your elbows around your knee and your foot, squeeze the midline, send your left hip back, melt your torso forward. So you get to create the tension. Remember, this is where we create the adaptation. This is how we release. Breathe in and out. And Darwin, a lot of people relate his theory to the survival of the fittest, but what Darwin said is survival comes to those who can adapt, and you're creating adaptation in your body every time you step on your mat. Every time you're willing to see beauty where there is pain, where you're willing to see beauty where there is darkness, and where you're willing to see beauty, where there is light and ease and openness, so it's all welcomed as part of your experience. Ten more breaths. Remember to draw in long inhales and just as long with your exhales through your nose. Ujjayi breathing finds a toning in the back of your throat. If you hear the lawnmower in the background, again, just let that be part of your experience. Be willing to see beauty in everything. There doesn't need to be perfection for beauty to be part of your awareness. Two more breaths. Good. Inhale, walk yourself back up. Extend your legs to the length of your mat, to the top of your mat. Go ahead and lie down onto your backs. Pull your knees into your belly, rock from side to side. And then open your arms into a T. Let your knees fall to your left, gaze to your right. You could take any variation of supine twist. We're holding for 10 breaths. So finding a place where you can feel anchored and supported through your shoulders, and freedom and openness through your low back. And let those 2 points of awareness be expressed through your breath as beauty and light. Three more breaths. Inhale, tone your belly. Pull your knees back up to center. Wrap your arms around your shins, pull your knees in, and rock from side to side. So reset, neutralize through your spine. And once more, please open your arms into a T and drop your knees to your right, gaze to your left, finding a variation that supports your twist, letting you land in the place that feels the juiciest, the most spacious, and the most beautiful. Three more breaths. Inhale back to center. Wrap your arms around your shins, rock from side to side. Maybe make little circles in one direction, feeling your tailbone anchor down as your knees come away from your torso, and then keeping it anchored as you pull your knees in and reverse the direction. your knees come a little bit open so your elbows can land inside your knees. Flex your toes. Reach your hands for the outer edges of your feet. Knees are bent towards the ground, or if that's not available, hands can find your shins or calves. And then pull your knees down. Stomp your feet into your hands simultaneously and lengthen your tailbone down. You can stay right here in Happy Baby, or you can rock gently from side to side, with the option to extend one leg as you roll to one side. Nice and slow, bending your knee back in, and extend your other leg. Find stillness in your Happy Baby for another few breaths. Chin is humble. And then pull the feet to touch. Drop your outer feet to the ground. Soles connect, knees open. Place your left hand on your energetic heart center. It's the space between your collarbones and your upper chest. Your right hand to your left hand. So one stacked above the other. And then breathe in. And trust the experience of your hands as they are being breathed. Is the light and the beauty that's within you, expressing itself outwards. Breathe in beauty. And breathe out love. Do that again. Breathe in beauty. And breathe out love. Begin to release your breath completely, so that you allow yourself to be breathed. Your torso is becoming heavy on your mat. And perhaps your hands and legs now extend, palms up, toes fall out. Landing in your Shavasana, your resting pose, which I'll bring you out of in a few moments. Bring your awareness now back into your body and into your breath. For a moment, feel the beauty of the planet that can be breathed, given the opportunity, is the same beauty that lies within you as you breathe and track your breath. Gently make your way onto one side. You can pull your knees in and rock back and forth a few times and then roll to one side. And slowly find your way up to a seated posture, perhaps removing the flesh from the back of your hips, sitting onto a block or some stacked books, a pillow. Knees soften lower than your hips. Place your hands at your heart center and let your heart breathe into your hands. So they're expanding. Your hands are gently being guided away from your torso with every breath. Each breath an expression of the beauty that lies within you. And each time you acknowledge and love the beauty, you open yourself to love. Thank you so much for joining me on your practice today. The beauty that lies within me acknowledges and bows to the beauty that lies within each of you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll ask if you enjoyed this practice to please share with your friends. And if you feel called to subscribe to the channel so you can receive notifications as I put out more videos. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone.